Grace in the city. The city of Abuja was already awake when Nneka Okoro stepped out of a small apartment in Gwarinpa. The air smelled of fresh rain and roasted corn from the roadside vendor. With her twins, Namdi and Nwon, tugging at each of her hands, she whispered a prayer under her breath, a habit she was only beginning to find comfort in again. 2 years ago, her world had shattered like glass. The car crash that took Chuka, her husband, had left her heart buried in questions she couldn't bring herself to ask God aloud. Though she still sang in church and bowed her head during prayers, her soul carried a quiet ache, grief mixed with resentment. But healing, she was learning, was rarely loud. Her new job at Unity Bank felt like a step toward normalcy. She needed the income, yes, but she also needed something steady to remind her that life still had rhythm. Her first week was filled with training, smiles from customers, and the quiet hum of counting machines. Then came Obi, the bank manager. He wasn't the tall, movie-perfect type, just a warm, patient man with a soft laugh and a crosspin on his lapel. He often stopped by her counter, asking how her twins were or slipping her a verse written on a sticky note. Psalm 34 verse 18, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted." She had rolled her eyes at first, but that night, the verse stayed with her. Sunday afternoons became sacred again. She started attending small group worship sessions where believers gathered in homes, singing, studying, and sharing stories of faith. For the first time in a long time, Nneka allowed herself to cry in front of others, not from pain alone but from release. Her therapist, Mrs. Busy, encouraged her to keep journaling her prayers instead of bottling them up. Slowly, the walls came down. Obi never rushed her. He became a gentle presence, showing up with jollof rice when she worked late, helping Namdi fix a broken toy truck, teaching Nwon to count coins using old Naira notes. The twins adored him. One quiet evening, after a midweek Bible study, he walked her to her car. The air smelled of hibiscus flowers and rain. "Can I say something, Nneka?" She looked up, smiling nervously. He took her hand. "You don't have to keep surviving. You can start living again." Tears welled in her eyes, but this time, they weren't from grief. Months later, surrounded by friends, church members, and 2 excited twins tossing rose petals, Nneka walked down the aisle in an elegant ivory gown. The worship team played softly in the background, and she whispered a quiet thank you to God, the same God she had once questioned. In that moment, she knew grace wasn't found in forgetting the pain. It was in learning to love again, to laugh again, to believe again. And as Obi took her hand, Nneka felt it. The peace that comes in the morning.